the son of the King of Malaysia, Prince Abdul Jalil, tragically passed away at just 25 years old. His untimely death brought deep sorrow not only to the royal household but also to the entire nation. He was cherished by the people, admired for his character, and regarded as a beacon of hope for Malaysia's future. The loss was sudden, leaving many stunned and heartbroken. Why did his life end in such a tragic way, and what circumstances led to his passing? Stay with us until the end of this video to uncover the full story. Let's begin. The Sultanate of Johor is recognized as one of Malaysia's wealthiest states, with a royal family that has held power for centuries. Historically, the rulers of Johor even bore the grand title of emperor, and their dynasty has long stood as one of Malaysia's most influential. In January 2024, the head of the Johor royal family, Sultan Ibrahim, was chosen as the King of Malaysia. Sultan Ibrahim is not only a monarch but also one of the wealthiest individuals in the nation, with an estimated fortune reaching around $5.7 billion. He is the proud father of one daughter and 5 sons, but among them, it was Prince Abdul Jalil who left the most lasting impression. He would forever be remembered by Malaysians as the people's king of souls. Born in July 1990, Abdul Jalil was given a name filled with meaning. In Arabic, his name translates to servant of the Almighty. From the moment of his birth, his parents placed high hopes upon him and adored him deeply. They dreamed that one day, their beloved son would grow into a pillar of strength for the kingdom, working for the prosperity of both the people and the state. Often, the children of noble or immensely wealthy families fall prey to arrogance or wastefulness, led astray by the temptations of privilege. But Abdul Jalil was the opposite. He proved that being born into royalty did not mean being entitled or selfish. Throughout his short life, Prince Abdul Jalil demonstrated a remarkable sense of duty and compassion. Instead of chasing luxury, he dedicated himself to serving others, devoting his time and energy to education, charity, and public service. His sincerity and kindness won the hearts of his subjects, who regarded him as an almost ideal prince. He was respected not for his titles, but for his actions. After completing both secondary and high school in Johor, Abdul Jalil discovered his passion for zoology. Rather than immediately pursuing royal privileges, he chose a humble path. For an entire year, he worked as a simple caretaker in the reptile section of the Singapore Zoo. His fascination with animal life grew so strong that he decided to continue his studies abroad. He enrolled at the prestigious Zoological Society of London, where he spent 2 years immersed in zoology. He graduated with honors, earning a diploma that marked his academic dedication. Upon returning home, his father offered him a position within the state administration, but Abdul Jalil remained committed to his true calling. Instead of politics, he pursued fieldwork, studying at the Orangutan Rehabilitation Center in the Kabili Sepulak Forest Reserve, further deepening his knowledge and love for wildlife. As the years went by, however, Abdul Jalil realized that protecting animals was only one part of his purpose. People, too, needed his care and protection. He threw himself into charitable work, lending his support to the Malaysian Red Crescent Society as well as several medical aid organizations. Leveraging his royal status, he was able to raise significant amounts of money and ensure that those funds reached the people most in need. His work was tireless, and it reflected his deep compassion for his fellow Malaysians. When Abdul Jalil turned 21, he shocked his family and the wider public with an unexpected decision. Rather than living a life of comfort, he resolved to protect his country more directly by becoming a police officer. He enrolled at the Royal Malaysian Police Training Center, where he underwent rigorous training for a year before graduating as an inspector and receiving his first posting. He quickly developed a passion for police service, finding fulfillment in protecting ordinary citizens. But his ambitions did not stop there. Within months, Abdul Jalil surprised everyone once again by pursuing even tougher challenges. He began training with the Special Actions Unit, Malaysia's elite counter-terrorism force. At just 23 years old, he endured grueling physical and psychological tests, eventually proving himself worthy to join this highly respected unit. With this, he became the first and only member of the Malaysian royal family to serve in such a demanding and dangerous role. Of course, the prince's life wasn't only about duty. Starting in his early 20s, Abdul Jalil developed a passion for sailing. Unlike many of his wealthy peers, he rejected the idea of lavish yachts. Instead, he preferred steering small sailboats himself, fully embracing the sport's challenges. His mission was to make sailing more accessible to everyday Malaysians, especially the youth. To accomplish this, he created 2 mass programs that gave over 5,000 young people from modest backgrounds the opportunity to learn sailing and participate in competitions. At just 23, he founded King of Malaysia, a national sailing league offering cash prizes through a series of regattas. The league ignited a nationwide passion for the sport, uncovering hidden talent among Malaysian sailors. Many of these athletes went on to achieve international victories and later trained the next generation of competitors. Through his vision, Abdul Jalil not only promoted sportsmanship but also provided countless young people with new opportunities. A defender of wildlife, a skilled athlete, and a courageous special forces officer, all of these roles were embodied in the charismatic, smiling young man his subjects fondly called the people's king of souls. A brilliant future seemed certain for him. But his promising life took a devastating turn when doctors delivered a heartbreaking diagnosis: stage 4 liver cancer. The illness was discovered in late 2014 when Abdul Jalil had just turned 24. Initially, the disease was silent, showing few symptoms. But as time went on, his health began to decline. He experienced rapid weight loss, swelling, and frequent pain. Despite his suffering, he refused to step away from his commitments. As vice president of the Malaysian Red Crescent Society, he continued working tirelessly, even as the country faced one of its worst natural disasters. That year, unusually heavy monsoon rains triggered catastrophic flooding across Malaysia. Rivers overflowed, and tens of thousands of homes were submerged. Nearly 200,000 people were displaced, all in desperate need of aid. Even while battling a terminal illness, Abdul Jalil devoted himself to relief efforts. His leadership and determination helped reduce casualties and ensured that as many lives as possible were saved. But this relentless effort took a heavy toll, further weakening his already fragile health. Eventually, his father, Sultan Ibrahim, was forced to intervene, insisting that his son be hospitalized. He was treated by Malaysia's best doctors, and later, his family sought help in China. The last hope was a liver transplant, which was successfully carried out at Sun Yat-sen University in Guangdong. Sadly, the operation only bought him limited time. For the final 6 months of his life, Abdul Jalil received only supportive care, knowing the end was near.